What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity. I hope you guys are doing well. As we transition from 2023 over into 2024, I really hope that Call of Duty decides to step their game up a notch. Because 2023 was a pretty bad year for Call of Duty. Now, I'm going to go into a full review of Call of Duty in 2023 in a later video this week. But today I want to focus on the goals that Activision and Call of Duty should have moving into 2024. Hopefully to rectify some of the mistakes of 2023 and to hopefully propel Call of Duty into a much better situation as we move into 2025. Because as much as I'm disappointed with the franchise right now, I'm not ready to fully give up on it. I want this franchise to succeed, and I really think that both Activision, Sledgehammer Games, and whomever else is working on the game needs to step it up a notch. And the first big thing they need to do is transparency. I know this is asking a lot, but they alluded to the fact that they were going to acknowledge skill-based matchmaking, or at least talk about it. That hasn't happened yet. And I think the fact that they still haven't said anything and they're sort of just waiting for the dust to settle before they announce what they need to announce or expose what they need to expose or be transparent about what they need to be transparent about, they're just waiting, and it doesn't work. If you say you're going to announce something, if you say you're going to address something, just address it. Just say, hey, this is the parameters that we work within. This is what we're willing to talk about. But no, they choose to just hide in the shadows. They allude to things every once in a while and then just burrow back behind the scenes and pretend that nobody said anything. And I have a huge problem with that. It's a huge issue with Call of Duty is if they were just upfront and they told the community like, hey, this is what's going on, I think that it would be much more well received. But as we continuously talk about on this channel, as we've continuously seen over the last few years, they would just rather leave everybody in the dark and have everybody guessing. And I just don't think that works. So the first thing they need to address in 2024 is being more transparent. And this isn't just about SBMM. This is about their whole laundry list of goals for the year. You should tell your community what the goals are within Modern Warfare 3. What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to do? It shouldn't just all be behind the scenes, because then, hey, the community can lend a hand and tell you what works and what doesn't work. Because I honestly do not think that the developers have a good enough handle on this franchise as it stands right now. They don't really understand it from the same way that we do. I don't know if they play the game as much as so many of you do, and I think that's problematic. The other thing that needs to change is just optimizing the game. Whether it's a brand new update or it's just booting up the game in general, the game feels genuinely unfinished still to this day, and we're almost 2 months into the game's life cycle, and the game still doesn't feel as if it is fully polished and finished. And that's problematic, especially when you only have a 1-year life cycle for your game. For the game to feel the way it does right now is such a disappointment. It should be much more smooth and feel as if there was nothing else that could be changed. But that's just not the case. That's not where we're at. Call of Duty would far rather just be this broken mess. And I'm not saying the game is necessarily broken, but what I am saying is that it needs some refining, and it just doesn't seem as if there's enough commitment from the developers to work on this refinement. Like, when you update the game, and I'm fully expecting Season 1 Reloaded to come out in the new year and for something major to go wrong with it, because that's the precedent that's been set for Call of Duty for ages. They have consistently broken the game when they update it. Like remember where everybody's settings got reset, everyone's classes got reset when Season 1 came out? Like, how is that happening? How are you that incompetent? It's because nobody over at Activision cares about making the optimal product. They don't care about making sure that they dot all the T's and cross all the I's. That's the problem. I know I said that incorrectly. Dot the I's and cross the T's. Okay? I know I said that wrong. Anyways, to bypass that, this is a franchise that is in a complete and utter recycle mode at this point in time. And what was so nice about season 1 was it felt as if they departed from that recycling of content over and over and over again and actually brought us some new fun content. And we're going to be getting another new fun map with Rio in season 1 Reloaded. But I'm getting kind of sick and tired of only seeing the same maps being repeated again and again and again and again. I'm done with Shipment. I'm done with Rust. I'm done with Shoot House. I'm done with rehashing the same maps. Bring me something I haven't seen before or haven't seen for quite some time. Why haven't they tried to bring back some of the other Modern Warfare 3 maps from 2011 that were fan favorites? Arcaden, Seatown, Resistance. They might not be the maps that everyone remembers immediately when they think of Modern Warfare 3, but it's still better than what we currently have, where I've seen Shoot House 3 of the last 5 years. I've seen Shipment 4 of the last 5 years. It's getting tiresome. It's getting nauseating. Bring something new. And that's what I loved about Greece. That's what I'm going to hopefully love about Rio. Meat's great because it's something new to the franchise. And they need more of that, especially in a game that is trying to cash in off of your nostalgia. They're so focused on utilizing the core framework from the original Modern Warfare 2 to capture as many eyes as possible. But you need to add to it. You can't just let it exist and expect it to work the same way as it did back in 2009. Sorry, Activision, the landscape has changed. And then now to get down to the nitty-gritty of Modern Warfare 3 and what some of the major changes need to be in this game. I think we can all agree the spawn system in Modern Warfare 3 is absolutely horrendous. It needs to be improved immensely. And this isn't just one game mode, this is across the entire game. Spawns need a massive improvement, and I think that should be kind of the number one goal moving into 2024. Obviously, transparency and skill-based matchmaking would be great. Transparency with the AI bot situation would also be great. I know that it might be conspiratorial, but at least do something to prove or disprove what players are witnessing and experiencing within your game. It's not that much of an ask, at least I don't think so, to just tell us what's going on, what we're seeing, what we're witnessing. I think something also has to be addressed when it comes to the cheaters in Modern Warfare 3. I think they need to ramp up the anti-cheat system. I know that we've talked about it before, but they need to do more. It's not okay where it's at right now. It needs to be better. And lastly, I think we just need a game that is more stable all around. I feel as if the servers in Modern Warfare 3 are some of the worst we've ever seen in the franchise, and that's just unacceptable considering the fact that it's 2023 and the servers just can't seem to handle the amount of work they have to do, although they could easily handle it back in 2009, so it doesn't really make sense. It feels as if there's not enough investment from Activision to actually improve the entire user experience. And please, at some point in 2024, can we please have a new UI system? Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. We've had this awful UI for over a year now. I think we've tested it out. I think we've realized that it's just not going to work and that we can pivot to something else. And I think if we pivot to something else, I think we can really make it work. But as it stands right now, the current UI system is definitely an F all around. But those are sort of my main points for what I'd like to see moving into 2024 from Call of Duty, from Modern Warfare 3. And I really hope that we at least get some of this, even if it's just transparency. Like, I know that's probably the biggest ask here. It would just at least help out this community a little bit more. So let's hope. Here's to hoping. Here's to praying that 2024 brings us a prosperous year for Call of Duty. But we just have to wait and find out. If you're curious about anything that goes on in the Call of Duty universe, please stay tuned on this channel. We'll be covering stuff all throughout the year in 2024. And I look so forward to bringing you more Call of Duty content as we move into the new year. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.